How's it? Today is Monday, June 7th, and I got some snatch work today. Um, I talked with Steve a bit about what I was doing, and sort of a couple weeks ago, he wanted me to have 3 weeks on of like hard work and then like sort of a week off. But given how my elbow felt on Friday, um, we decided that it's okay to push a little bit here. So we moved from the block power snatches to hang or power snatch plus hang power snatch. And so these are a little bit heavier than I am used to. 85 is around the area where I am certain I can power snatch. Anything above that becomes questionable. And so today going for 88 was a little bit challenging to say the least. The warm ups to 88 were not super great. I failed 85, a power snatch at 85, and so I started my 5 sets or whatever. I ended up doing a lot more sets than that. I started my 5 sets at 85, and I ended up needing to switch from hang power snatch at the end of the complex to hang full snatch. So yeah, I didn't complete the the program as intended on the first day of the program, which is never a good sign. So there's that. Here's my last warm up before the 85 fail. You can see that 80 power snatch was a little bit difficult already, and so 85 was not the business right here. I had the height, I just wasn't able to get that over my head. And so I started, like I mentioned, I started at 85 for the power snatches here. And then I just, I think that one and maybe actually the next set were the only ones that I ended up doing. Nope, that doesn't happen on this one. For the second rep here, I definitely am not able to power snatch it. So, um, you can see I'm not super happy with that. But I ended up going up to 88 as intended. And then, similar thing, I end up failing a lot here. I think this is the third fail. So, I didn't even attempt the second rep, so I'm counting that as a fail. The rep before that, I totally missed, which I'm definitely counting as a fail. So this one here, I make that first rep, not quite a power in my opinion, and then I fail here. So I failed a lot today. And I don't know, I was just trying my best to maintain positive thoughts. And it, you know, it wasn't easy. So there's that. That was probably the only set that was not considered a fail at 88. And then after this, I just give up. So I move on to my next exercise, which is just the banded snatch deadlift plus banded floating snatch deadlift. And yeah, these are real simple. These are just sort of an extension of the RDLs that I've been doing. And so, not much else to say about this. I set up this right here so that I didn't have to move. So once I picked up the bar, or at least once I set up the band around the bar, I didn't have to move. You can see I put my phone down on the ground to record everything. And yeah, super simple. These don't feel spectacular. They are hard in their own right because as you get to the top range, right, you experience a lot more tension than normal, and then going back to the ground, you don't allow yourself to reset. So it's a interesting sensation that I'm not looking forward to in the future. But yeah, here's my last set. And then after that, I did some snatch push press plus overhead squat. Last week was 3+1s or 3+none because Steve was saying that like I don't necessarily need to do the overhead squat portion of it, but I've been doing it because I can. And so today I went to 2+1s instead of 3+0 or 3+1s, if that makes sense. And I went up to 100 today, which I think is a pretty big boy snatch, push, press plus overhead squat. I think my best for reps is probably 105. Like for non 1+1s is 105. My best 1+1 is 125. So there's a big discrepancy there. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly, which could definitely be the case. It's been a long year. It's been a long life. But yeah, these are not super hard. The hardest part I think is the overhead squat because I have to maintain upward pressure and tension through my arm as I squat down. Also, I've been having that sort of posterior lateral knee issue that does come up when I end up doing full depth squats. If I don't have tension through my hips as I squat, then my knee hurts a ton as I push up. But yeah, here's that. Oh, and there's this here too. Um, yeah. After that, I do a barbell overhead hold, which I think is the first time I've done them on Monday. Um, this is sort of a maybe I did it last week. I'm actually not super sure. These are just to get some overhead work while having my elbow be as bad as it is. I found out that I was able to do these a couple weeks ago with no pain, no issues. So Steve is trying to get me to push a little bit as far as shoulder work for shoulder stability and everything. So I like these. I like these a lot. They're fun. They look kind of silly. So yeah. And then my pull-ups here. These are for well, I took off my shirt just to make sure that I am even. I'm typically pretty even at the beginning, and then as I get more and more tired, I'm not the most even. It's sped up here, but my right scapula I think is a little bit more open than my left one is. And after that, I do some GHD sit-ups. This one was to try to maintain a hollow chest for 3 sets of 10 and reach up to the ceiling. These are a lot harder than the normal GHD, the way I understand normal GHDs to be, or GHD sit-ups. So yeah, really long one today, lots of fails, but overall I think I'm pretty happy with how it went. So thank you for watching. Shoots.